I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it grizzly.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are reports that Teofimo Lopez could have died during the fight. Now, there's a report on ESPN, and Teofimo Lopez also posted something on his Instagram. And so we're going to take a look at that. Let's go do this. All right, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
All right. So this is on ESPN ringside, and it says he could have died for sure. How he breathed, I can't even explain to you. It's like somebody tied a 300-pound set of weights around his chest, like his neck and chest were in a vise. So this is from a doctor right here, Linda Dial, I believe. And this, huh?
Oh no, y'all heard me? I thought
What you say, bro?
I said, "Oh, quack doctor."
All right, and so you said the fight doctor?
I said it was a quack doctor. I thought I was on you.
Fight doctor.
A quack doctor.
And so the doctor continued. I looked at the scan when I saw him Monday morning. I just said, "Thank God you're alive." And he said he's lucky he's not dead. I mean, really lucky. And this is a different doctor. It says Dr. Peter Castellantino. All right. And so this is back to Dr. Linda. And it says the air was surrounding his chest wall and his heart and his neck, places where air is not supposed to be. If he was hit in the neck or the chest in a certain way, in a certain place, he could have developed, oh man, what is this? Pneumothorax? I don't know. Hey, all right. Any medical people, break it down in the comment section, which means a collapsed lung. He could have instantly been down and unable to breathe and needing a chest tube. That is the story from ESPN. And here's what Teofimo Lopez wrote on his Instagram. He wrote, only athletes, in caps, only athletes understand the amount of pressure we deal with on a daily basis. My health isn't an excuse, but a fact. I almost died for people who care less about us. All we are in the people's imagination, our image is a dollar sign. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Hashtag more than an athlete. Thank you, God, for blessing me with extra life so that my son can have his father in his own life. All my glory goes to you, Lord. So that's what he wrote, which is basically him saying that, you know, the people don't give a damn, and you heard it there. All right, so Conspiracy, what's your reaction to the medical diagnosis now that they're saying about Teofimo Lopez and his reaction to the medical diagnosis?
I mean, I'm happy he's not dead, you know what I mean? But I'm just curious, like, what caused this alleged injury? You know what I mean? Like, the fact that they're saying, like, if he got punched in a special place, he would have collapsed and he would have had to get his lung.
Perfect punch. If the perfect punch would have landed.
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, I'm kind of rocking with it, but then I'm like, what caused that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, yo, he did come into that fight really emotional, right? So was that the cause? Like, was it stress? You know what I'm saying? Like, what caused this type of damage? You know what I mean? Did Kambosos really put his paws on him like that? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. But I do agree with Lopez on this point. And this is what I always say, like, yo, if I was a fighter, I'm going after the bag first, glory second, because no one cares about glory. You can't feed your kids with glory. You can't pay your mortgage with glory. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like people want you to take the most difficult fights. They want you to starve yourself to make weight. They want all of these things, right? But the moment you lose, people jump ship and turn around. They just be like, oh, well, you had a good run. And it's just like, damn, I literally gave everything that I had to this sport, right? So I can see that point, but that's the only point that I actually see. If you really had these type of medical issues, bro, you shouldn't have even got into that fight, man, to keep it 100. So I like to believe Kambosos is just really that dude, because it sounds like, damn, you went through it in that fight. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Yo, T.O., man, take some time off, stay with your son, you know, like stay with your family, man, and, you know, maybe just take a break, bro, because this seems kind of crazy to me. I would like to know, was this a condition that you had going into this fight? And if you knew about this condition, why'd you take this fight? You know, like, because it sounds real dangerous, man. So I don't even want to laugh about something like that. But the way the doctor was talking, like, if he connected in a mythical place or in a special spot, it would have been bad for him. I'm like, yeah, but you can say that about any fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a dude lands a flush shot to my temple, I might be concussed. If I fall a particular way, I might be paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just like, what was the point of even saying that unless they're trying to invent more excuses so they could warrant a rematch? You know, like, that's the one thing I don't like about boxing, man. Like, clearly, I like to believe not everyone goes into the ring 100%, right? But again, that comes with being an elite fighter. You're always going to have some type of injury, some type of ache, but nonetheless, you're a professional. You go into that ring, you fight, no excuses, win, lose, draw, you just go back to the drawing board. So I feel for T.O., but at the same time, I feel like these doctors talking about this is an extreme stretch. And especially seeing that they're not telling us what caused it, you know, because I don't believe Kambosos really put his paws on him like that. So I think they're trying to paint a picture like, hey, he had this going into the ring, so please forgive his performance. And I don't really like that.
All right, Trill Dog Bill.
Well, it says that this condition is basically the space in the chest between the two lungs. And it also goes on and says, despite having, symptoms like, chest pain and shortness of breath, which could be frightening, usually it isn't serious. So I'm just going off with what they said on the internet. So when the doctor is saying this, and she's also saying that what G alluded to, like if the right punch, yeah, that's boxing. The right punch can hurt anybody. This is boxing. Linda, I think they found the right doctor. You got some doctors that are just so sweet. I remember I used to be able to play one of the doctors, and I'll be in there in her office all day eating all the Reese's cups. You know what I'm saying? Because I said my head hurt, and she'd be like, well, he does have a fever, and he is clammy. I just wanted to be in there eating Reese's cups. So
You put the thermometer, the old school thermometer, in the girl's mouth, and when she leave, he stick it in her cup.
Oh, the radiator. Stick to the radiator. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, he found the right one in Linda. And I also wanted everybody also to notice that he used all caps in his post. I just wanted you to know when he said athletes, it was in all caps. Usually it'd be no cap, but he was capping. You know what I'm saying? That's why he put it in all caps. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm still waiting for that post where you say, I lost. Good fight, George. Bro said it before. You could have asked to run it back. You're doing everything but that. And that's whack. So until you do that, I got to fall back. Bars.
All right, Ned the TBE.
All
Ned the TEO.
All right. I don't like to knock medical professionals when they come out and say certain things. However, I don't like the timing of it. Like after everything that's gone by, why didn't this come out? He was diagnosed. I read on ESPN he was diagnosed. They reviewed his medical records and he was diagnosed with that on his post-fight medical review when on his some hospital in New York. So now that we're getting this news a week later, after all his rants and rages and things, I don't want to join no pity party and say, hey man, everybody goes through it or anything. But Tio, get off of social media, man. Just get off of social media, recover, and get yourself together. Because right now, you could mentally break yourself because you're not. There's so much you need to realize that you lost that you didn't realize or to come to acceptance with. And also, if y'all saw this in his medical records, how did he get in? How did what was this in the pre-fight screening? Like, because he has to get cleared to fight. The doctors must have seen this when they examined him before the fight. How come this wasn't an issue in the Lomachenko fight in his previous fights? This man's been a professional he has over 20 fights under his belt. How come this wasn't noticed then? So how come it's an issue now? So I don't know.
Hold on, wait a minute. Could it be after effect of recovering from COVID? Remember, he did claim he had COVID, so maybe this is just one of them side effects.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. You know what? Thank you, G. That's a good point. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. We don't know. Maybe Tio, get well soon, man. Recover, man. Stay off social media.
Yeah, Tio reported that he has a dent in his head and an autopsy. I'm sorry, ear in the lungs. In all seriousness, again, with what he said, and this time I won't do a thorough breakdown as I did last time. He said that we do this for people's entertainment who don't give a damn about us. Let's really stop the cap. You do it for your pockets, first of all. You do it to get paid. You do it because boxing gives you a life that you wouldn't be able to have if you didn't step in the ring, because you're probably not qualified to do anything else. And I say probably because I don't know. Maybe you have a professional license in something other than boxing that I don't know about. Maybe you have the ability to earn over $100,000 a year doing something else that I don't know about. But I'm just saying, you're a boxer and you step in a boxing ring, and that's your main source of income to provide for your family. So that's why you do it. It just so happens that you're paid based on whether or not we find you entertaining and we decide to put our dollars behind your fight. So your post would actually make more sense if you fought for free. If you rejected every piece of money and every endorsement that came your way and said, no, I do this purely for the fans' entertainment. And then you went in there and you had this issue and everyone was coming at you that way, I'd be with you. I'd be like, yo, this man took this beating for free. He did it for our entertainment. But I actually have to pay for the zone, dog. I don't get the zone for free. I pay for the zone. And I had to pay to watch your fight. So that was used to give you your biggest payday you ever received. So clearly, you didn't just do it for my entertainment. Clearly, you didn't. Right? So now that you behaved in a manner in which I don't fancy and other people don't fancy, although for the record, I'm on record as saying I don't fault you for it. You need time, give you time. And like I for one don't feel like everyone needs to be gracious in defeat immediately. Or ever. I don't think you ever need to be gracious in defeat. But I do think that it goes a long way in accepting and showing respect towards the person who won. Even if you feel like you won. Which again, Tio, I would highlight. I actually scored the fight for you. I had you winning. I'm being called a crackhead in all our comment sections because I scored the fight for you. But, Tio, I don't like what you're doing. I don't think this is the best way to go about it. I don't think attacking the people who pay your salary, is going to get you the outcome that you're looking for. Athletes only. Are athletes only allowed to watch your fight, Tio? Let me know. Do you only take money from the athletes? Again, if I order something on Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, any other, I'm trying not to give one of them an advantage because they don't sponsor us, but the point is, if I use Grubhub and their service sucks, I get to go on Grubhub and tell them that their service sucks. You know why? Because they took my money. They took my money. In fact, I have a better argument being mad at the people who call me a crackhead because they don't pay to watch us. And we don't charge them. But even still, I respect it because they actually view the product. T.O., the people watched you fight, bro. They watched you. They say the same people who were showing you love, like me, the same people who had you number one, like me, the same people who believed that you showed the most promise out of all the up-and-coming prospects. And, you know, quiet as kept, T.O., I still do, although now I'm starting to question your mental makeup because this loss is breaking you, bro. It's the same way that I felt like Deontay Wilder's loss was breaking him. And you're better than this, dog. You're literally better than this. Okay. I believe you. You had air between your chest, your lungs, and things of that nature. Did that impact your performance in the fight? And if so, how? And is there any evidence to suggest that even if you didn't have that air in your lungs or in your chest area, you would have beaten Kambosos? There's nothing in the world that can prove that. That but for you having that condition that you were diagnosed with, right, you would have beaten George Kambosos. There's also no proof that you actually had that condition when you were in the ring. It could have happened after the ring. There's also no proof that that condition wasn't the result of one of the punches Kambosos landed on you during the fight. You want us to make the immediate assumption that you had that condition walking into the ring, and that's why you weren't able to perform well. Well, I'm just saying I have a hard time believing that based on the way you came out in the first round. You didn't seem like a man worried about his stamina. You didn't seem like a man worried about his opponent. You didn't seem like a man who wasn't 100%. You seemed like a man who thought he was going to walk right through Kambosos.
Facts.
That's what you seem like to me. But now, after 12 rounds and a decision in a few weeks, now you're a victim. Now you're a victim to the cyber bullies. Now it's all the cyber bullies coming at you. I mean, Tio, like I said, the 24-hour rule. I'll also say this because I don't want to seem because I like Tio and you can and I hate the fact that I always have to say I like someone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, or like everything I'm saying isn't objective or on the up and up. But if you
sound like G,
I've said about Tio, what'd you say, Ned?
You sound like G.
I know, man. They got me sounding like G here. You know, but nah, if you watch all the videos we ever made, I have nothing but positive things to say about Tio, his ability. I still believe he's one of the baddest dudes in 135. Still, to this day, believe he's one of the baddest dudes at 135. But dog, you got to let this go. If something was really wrong with you, and you really want 100% in the fight, then you know what's up. Get healthy. Come back. Be better. Yo, everyone don't got to be undefeated, dude. I heard your dad saying like, oh, now people are going to say he isn't better than Floyd Mayweather. Newsflash. No one was comparing you to Floyd Mayweather anyway, except maybe in your household. So that's one.
Gotta get rid of that dude.
That's one. Now, two, bro, some of the best fighters ever had a L. Yo, having an L just means you got the courage to take on good competition sometimes. Yo, and even Bernard Hopkins, one of the best ever, lost his first professional fight, dog. Yo, I'm sick of this. Yo, you lost to Kambosos. I scored it for you. Most people, didn't. Most people are willing to admit, however, that it was a close fight. There's nothing to be ashamed about, dog. You lost a close fight to a good fighter who's better than you thought. Now let's see what these other people do with him, because he probably gonna whoop some of them too. This dude was Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner for years. Yo, you underestimated the dude. That happens in boxing, dog. As you look at Lennox Lewis never lost to the top guys. He only lost to Oliver McCall and Hakeem Rahman. Whoop Holyfield. Whoop Mike Tyson. Beat Vitaly Klitschko. Like, come on, dog. Like, yo, show up in the big moments. Use this as fuel. You got issues going on at home. You got issues with the fight being moved. You knew all that before you stepped through them ropes. The thing is, T.O., you're doing too much blaming social media. You're doing too much blaming, the fans. You're doing too much blaming people who have very little to do with the outcome of your fight. Let me say that again. You're blaming social media. You're blaming the fans. You're blaming YouTube channels. You're blaming people who have very little to do with the outcome of the fight. Nothing we do can influence your fight. Your training can. Nothing we do can influence your fight. Your strength and conditioning coach can. Nothing we do can influence your fight. Your family can. Nothing we do can influence your fight. Your promoter can. Nothing we do can influence your fight. Your team influences your performance in the fight, and y'all failed. That's it. Kambosos won. Show love. Stop this madness.
You lost. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.